A while back ago, I had this series where I took the structure of the MCU and applied it to the DC universe. Those videos did pretty well, so I'm here to make an updated version. This is what if the DCEU was structured like the MCU, Phase 5. The counterpart to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania would be the Flash and Kid Flash, Speedmania. In this film, Barry and Wally would get trapped in the Speed Force somehow, and we could have Impulse as the counterpart to Cassie Lang. The main villain would be the Reverse Flash, and the Black Flash would be a secondary villain who is just a mindless guy hunting down Barry and Wally. This film would be a big part in setting up the rest of DC's multiverse saga. The counterpart to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 would be Legion of Superheroes Volume 3. I'm pretty sure I didn't have the Legion of Superheroes being the counterpart to the Guardians in my previous videos, but I'm changing that so they are now. Brainiac would return to the universe as the main villain of this film, and Brainiac 5 would act as kind of like the Rocket Raccoon, in which we'd learn more about his backstory, and in the end of the film, he would become the leader of the new Legion. In place of Secret Invasion, we would have Millennium, which is a storyline pretty similar to Secret Invasion, but instead of Skrulls, we have the Manhunters. It would be pretty scaled down from the comic book storyline, and the main character could either be Jon Stewart or Amanda Waller. The counterpart to Loki Season 2 would be Booster Gold Season 2, which is another change from my original videos. In my previous videos, I had Loki being a Lex Luthor show, but I decided that Booster Gold worked a little bit better. This would also be a huge part in setting up the rest of the multiverse saga. The equivalent to the Marvels would be the Martians, which would star both Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian. I'm pretty sure I had Stargirl being the equivalent to the Miss Marvel show, but if I did, I'm changing that to make it a Miss Martian show. The equivalent to Echo would be a Huntress show. The Huntress would first appear in the Green Arrow show back in Phase 4 as an antagonist, and she would return in this as the main character. The main villain would be the Penguin, and Robin would also appear, the new Robin, who is Tim Drake, and this would be his first appearance in the universe. The counterpart to Ironheart would be a Batgirl show. Batgirl would first appear in the sequel to Aquaman back in Phase 4, and then, like Huntress, she would return in this as the main character of her own show. The main villain would be the Gentleman Ghost, and Neron would most likely have an appearance. The counterpart to Daredevil Born Again would be Robin Born Again, and the title would reflect a new Robin coming into Batman's life, that new Robin being Tim Drake. This would kind of act as a sequel show to Huntress, and it would follow Robin taking down the Penguin's criminal empire. The next one is an idea I got a little excited about. It's the equivalent to Deadpool 3, and this is a pretty hard one to think of because it's a very unique situation. So you have a character from another universe getting the third movie of their franchise being them joining a whole different universe. So it's a pretty unique situation, and it's kind of hard to put a character to. So I decided to just not think about the whole universe hopping thing, and I ran with the idea of Deadpool and Wolverine co-starring, and I thought up this film called Deathstroke versus Lobo. I think those characters work really well as the first R-rated film of the universe, and the movie would basically be about Deathstroke and Lobo, the two bounty hunters, duking it out and traveling to different locations, trying to kill each other and running into a bunch of different characters from the DC universe. I think this movie has potential to be really cool. The equivalent to Captain America Brave New World would be Superman A Better Tomorrow. This film would follow Connor Kent as the new Superman, fighting some Superman villain. I don't know, Atomic Skull could be pretty cool. The final project of Phase 5 would be the counterpart to Thunderbolt's Suicide Squad, or Suicide Squad Wrath of the Spectre, whichever title you like better. This film would somehow follow up Superman A Better Tomorrow, and it would follow the Suicide Squad trying to take out the Spectre. And that's it. I know I couldn't get into the plot very well because, well, almost all the projects haven't been released yet, but I hope you still enjoyed, and please check out my Flash series, since that is the main thing I'll be doing for like the next month or so, and I really need to get the views up on those videos. The next episode, the Flash episode 6, will be the mid-season finale, so there won't be another episode after that for 2 weeks. So please go check those out, and thank you for watching.